Hey YouTube, and thank you for watching Junkworks Garage. Thinking, oh, I'm cutting these down, I'm going to need to put some inserts in them. And then I thought, you know, I just use this garden variety Hobby Lobby place that my daughter loves. You can go to Walmart, wherever, glue stick. So I figured, well, why couldn't I just do the opposite of how I put them in and heat these things up. Once it hardens, it'll melt again. And just getting on it, pair of pliers or anything. I just have this, happens to be in my toolkit for doing archery. Basically what it is this is a Harbor Freight tile saw. Comes with that type of a cutter there, cutting wheel. And what I did is I took and I put on one of these cut-off wheels like you'd get off of one of these grinders, and put that on there. Now I checked the RPMs. The RPMs on this machine do not outdo the RPMs on this, at least on my machine. You guys are responsible to make sure if you're using a different machine or even the same machine that everything checks out for you. I'm not responsible if you hurt yourself. Got my safety glasses and lung protection on here, so we're going to go ahead and cut one, and hopefully everything turns out well. Here we go. As you can see, it cuts them pretty cleanly. So we got a couple different kinds. We got the one that I got in the archery section, and later on I found out that these cheap hobby store
Hobby Lobby rocks
garden variety glue sticks basically work just as well, or sometimes better. So what we're going to do, we're going to start out, we got this insert here, and we're just going to heat up the glue stick here. I just use a Bic lighter here, and I put a little bit on there. Alright, then I'll take it, move that out of the way, and we're going to heat it up one more time. And take it and just insert it in to the tip, push it down, and lay it to the side. Now when you're all done with that, you're basically going to have this right here. There'll be some glue sticking out. Go ahead and let it harden up well, because as soon as that's done, you let it harden up for a little while, that peels right off of there. What I got here is bowstring wax. This is another tip that somebody at a archery shop told me, and I'm sure it's on YouTube a million different places too. But this bowstring wax, we're going to take the tip here, and in the threads put a little bit of wax, and we're going to stuff that down in there, stick that in there. And what that'll do, that'll keep it so your tip won't rattle out or loosen up. It takes quite a while if it ever does. I've actually been doing this about, like I said, 6 or 7 months now, and I've only lost maybe 2 tips, and mostly that was because I hit something I shouldn't have. Yeah. So I noticeably hit something I shouldn't have. Do that once in a while, and I decided I probably should maybe do a video on how to kind of test these, and I don't know if this will pick it up. If you take it and you bend it like that, all you need to do is take your fingertips there, fingertip and thumb there, and just kind of go back and forth. You can really hear it. Hear that little, it's kind of a squeak, crack, me hitting the camera. Anyhow, and you can noticeably see that this is kind of bent over a little bit too, but you can hear this cracked up all the way up into around here. I can kind of hear sounds. So anyway, but even if an arrow would be, say, cracked up to here, I would take a couple inches past that, cut it off, put a new tip on it, and you got a perfectly good arrow for somebody that shoots a shorter arrow than you. Another thing, this is perfect examples here. Every time I go to the archery shop to go shoot, there's always arrows in the garbage can, every time. A lot of times it's because, like this one, they got busted tips on them. But on the back of those, you got your nocks. They're perfectly good. I mean, you got a pair of pliers especially, but I mean, there's a nock, free nock. Why not take it? You know, if you have a real young one, you could cut these down and put new tips on them. I've actually been there where you carry a Leatherman around with you. You can pull those out easier. But anyway, where their arrow had a tip and a nock on it, and it was just cracked. So take that tip and the nock off, throw it back in the garbage can, or yet again, if it's not cracked far up, you can cut it down and make a new arrow out of it. Depending on your pull length, I'm fairly average, but I'm slightly shorter than some probably, so I've found quite a few I can cut down and I could use them. My daughter, I found the exact same arrows she shoots, with the exact same fletchings, and a couple without fletchings, and I was able to cut them down, and she has exactly the same arrow. Went and had the fletchings redone in the types that she uses, put new nocks and tips on them myself, and she had perfectly good arrows. I found 3 or 4 for my wife now. Mine are harder to find. They're a little different type arrow, but anyhow, don't have to, just because it's in the garbage can doesn't mean it's completely garbage. Just because you break one doesn't mean you know necessarily need to just throw it in the garbage can. At the very least, take the tip off and the nock off for your next arrows that you buy, because they don't come with that stuff. So thanks for watching Junkworks Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and master of none. You all have a good one.